start now. Em, welcome.
Thank you, Sarah. Thanks for having me today.
My pleasure. I'm really excited. This is the first time that I'll be interviewing an industry player. This is kind of like the tech series, I guess, which you're going to kick off, where I get a chance to speak to the founders of the new tools and tech that stylists can use to build their businesses. So this is a really revolutionary, exciting, new, pioneering field. So we'll kick off with what ShopShare TV is and the journey that brought you here today.
Yeah, great. Well, ShopShare is really a video tool for stylists to really help them take their businesses, virtual, which is obviously really relevant at the moment. But we've been working on the platform and the tech for like a number of years, actually. So it's really developed and it's come a long way from kind of where we started. Originally, I'm an avid online shopper, so I have, whilst a lot of people are just kind of getting into online shopping now because they're being forced to, I have literally bought everything online for years and years, and it's like a hobby of mine. A really very dangerous hobby, I'll say.
Same.
I literally love, I can spend hours just putting stuff in my cart and looking at, products and it all kind of comes back to my real passion for, dare I say it, fashion and my love for that, part of the, fashion, I guess. And my husband is a tech entrepreneur, and he used to watch me help my friends shop online. And, he was like, wow, so many people don't know how to shop online. Like, I didn't realize this was, a specialty of yours. And he was,
yes, it is a skill. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it is. And whilst I'm not a stylist, I was really helping people. And he was like, so many people could gain from being able to watch someone, talk them through products online. And, online shopping's really impersonal, and you don't have that sales assistant there helping you. And, there's an infinity of choice out there. There's so many products and it's overwhelming for so many people. And so really that's kind of how this whole idea started and what it's really become. I mean, the big vision of it when we launched was really to be this kind of place for people to go to get help and guidance as they shopped online. And it could be a retailer or a blogger or a stylist creating the content. But really, the user group that's been using it and getting the most value out of it, obviously, as stylists, because they're in the business of helping people shop. So it just naturally is becoming, we are now shaping it to that user group who's getting the most value of it and really turning it into a dedicated business tool. The really key differentiator is the video tech. So what the video tech enables a stylist to do is actually create this guided online shopping experience from within an online store. And they can basically make the products they're talking about shoppable with like the click of a button. So it's really automated.
Yeah, I've had a go of it myself and was amazed at how easy and simple it was to use. And that sounds like an advertorial right there, but genuinely, it was like 3 steps. It was super easy. And the reason I think that recently I was blown away in a different way because a styling client of mine used ShopShare TV to create a little video recommendation for some garments that she'd previously sent me just in an email with, the name of the product and then a link to purchase. And when I received that email initially, I was like, okay, whatever, didn't prompt me into action. But as soon as I received her ShopShare video, which was her face on the screen, taking me to the different websites and talking through the items that she'd picked for me, there was some magic combination with her and her sort of innate skill and ability to create a look, and then the ability for me to just see the pieces immediately within individual e-commerce sites and with a click of a button purchase those garments. As a consumer, I experienced it firsthand and was blown away by how excited and motivated I was to purchase. And that's what the stylists need at the moment is a tool that was bridging the gap between the physical services that they can't roll out at the moment and the virtual side of styling, which until businesses like yours introduced this tech, it was a really cumbersome, clunky way of converting physical into virtual styling services.
Yeah, that's right. And it has to be seamless because at the end of the day, it is about the end consumer and the client, and what experience they're getting. And so, as much as we're a tool for stylists, we're about them helping
the customer.
The customer. That's right. And, so much fashion tech at the moment, most of it is all around AI and AR, which is amazing. And that's just changing everything in such a great way too. However, nothing can replace, I don't think, the knowledge of, an expert in the field. And, AI and AR can't replace what a stylist can give to someone during a shopping experience.
I agree. We've spoken about this before. There's an aspirational quality that a stylist has, and there's also that personal connection that she or he that they foster with the client over the long term. And predictive analytics and purchasing behaviour, whilst that may be a component, it's not the be all and end all of the reason why someone decides to work with a stylist. And just so the listeners understand, explain to them perhaps what they see when they're using ShopShare TV.
When the stylist is using it, you mean?
Yes,
Consumer watching a video. So in terms of how they create the content?
Yeah. Let's take them through how they create the content and then what the user the end user sees.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so the way it works is a stylist literally just signs up to ShopShare. They have to go through a process of applying to use the tech, and that's just, we want to make sure that, they are actually an industry professional and a shopping expert. And once they're approved, they can download or install, I should say, the ShopShare recorder, which is really the tech. And it's a Chrome extension. It takes 2 minutes to install on your computer, and then you're really all set up to start recording. Now, what you have access to is this whole back end of ShopShare, which gives you basically this entire back end where you can create folders for your clients. You could create a folder for your membership group. And when you create the videos, they all get uploaded to this private folder. So they're never, ever public or accessible by anyone until you choose for them to be. So you might keep them private, and they might just be a curated individual edit for a specific client, which is really the power of it. Or it could be a video you're creating for your social network, which is fine too. And then you literally open up any online store. We do have a list of hundreds of affiliates, but you by no means have to be limited by those. You can create these videos on any store. You start recording your screen, and you literally when you're talking about a product, you literally click this button, the magic ShopShare button, and what that does is it scrapes in the product images, the prices, gets their link to make it shoppable. So there's no copying and pasting of any links from the creator themselves. Like, they literally click a button, they finish their recording, they can jump across to as many stores as they like within the same recording, and then they upload this video to their back end, to their account, where they can edit it a little bit. They can make sure that all the images and the pricing and everything's correct, and then they can choose what they do with this video. And there's numerous options. We fully integrate with YouTube, so you literally can click a button and publish it onto a YouTube channel, and all the shoppable links will be done for you. So it's a really amazing way to create content that's shoppable on YouTube. You can easily get the shareable link and post it on Facebook, and we auto populate the video for you, so it just pops up. You can use that same shareable link to email a client. And one really amazing feature that not a lot of people would know about, because it's quite new, you can create a folder for a client or a membership group. You can put multiple videos into that folder, and you can actually share it, and it will come up displayed as a private version of your ShopShare channel, just with those videos.
Wow.
So you can essentially share a private version of your channel with curated video edits, which looks really chic, and it's just a beautiful way to present the content.
That's very clever. So in terms of the client experience, when they log on, when they click on the link to access effectively their own personalized channel, it's almost like it's just a selection of videos that all relate to them. It's specific private styling guidance and shopping recommendations. That's so amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. So if you've got a membership group and you're making them a video once a month or twice a month, you can put all those videos into this folder and share it with them, and they can get the videos you've made over the whole year in case they want to go back and have a look around. They can search by product. There's lots of ways they can interact with the video than just kind of watching the whole video. So it's really powerful, actually.
That a subscription point is really interesting, and I'll jump back into that in a moment. But I just wanted to say, it sounds like for stylists and image consultants that will often do a pre-shop before they take a styling client on a shopping session.
Yes.
This is almost an opportunity to commercialize that. So you are going into the individual websites, finding products that are appropriate or relevant for your client, clicking a button so they're kind of stored as a list of the products that you'll then be providing shoppable links to. And that all of that time, that might have taken a couple of hours, before COVID, essentially, or before ShopShare was launched. And that was just part of the service. Now you can package that up as an individual service that the client pays for. They then receive that shoppable video. And if they want to purchase any of the garments that you've mentioned or listed, they just have to click a button. They can purchase it. The stylist receives a commission if the brand is part of your affiliate network.
Correct.
Is a global affiliate network. I think it's really important. You might detect from our accents, Kiwi and Aussie, and think that this particular program is not, or this tool rather, is not applicable to international image stylists, but anyone can use ShopShare TV and anyone can receive those affiliate commissions. Isn't that right?
That's right. We this week we've had stylists from 9 different countries sign up to ShopShare. It's a very global product. We're partners at the moment with a global affiliate network. The affiliate side of it is something that will really grow and evolve. And it really, at the moment, I'd say look at it like, I always say, like icing on the cake. As we grow, it's going to get better. These videos, as I mentioned before, there's stylists that are making money through charging for the videos, using them for a paid membership subscription, adding them into their packages. There's so many ways that they can add value to your business. And then the commission side of it, I would say, is only going to grow and get better. You can access reports on your commissions so you can see what you have made. We've got all the big department stores like Nordstrom, Shopbop, Matches Fashion, Net-a-Porter, they're all on there. And the amount that they pay us is only going to increase as we start negotiating higher with them. Because obviously we want to make sure, we ultimately want to have a flat rate where you just get, a flat 8% commissions on all sales. So it's something that we're really working on as well.
It's an incredible opportunity for stylists and image experts now. Once again, you've got the opportunity to commercialize a service that prior to the launch of these tools and tech was something that would have to be unpaid or just, part of the process. But then the affiliate component is fantastic because they're starting to get paid for their product recommendations. And that's, for me, that's something I feel passionate about because stylists are the most incredible resource for brands within the retail industry. Their recommendations can drive average basket sizes and the lifetime value of a client or a customer. And up until now, they've not been any particular systems that have worked well to remunerate the stylists for the work they do on behalf of brands. So having these affiliate networks where you can finally be rewarded for those recommendations means that the stylist gets to earn more money, but it's also they're being rewarded for the work that they do.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Influencers and bloggers and that have been, utilising and making lots of money from affiliate links for a long time. And, stylists so often just, get asked the question, about their product recommendations, and they say it's very easy to just give away that knowledge for free. So
exactly.
I had some stylists I was talking to this morning, and, one of them's really into, slow fashion, and she doesn't want her clients to always be pushed into buying new product. And she actually, it was great listening to her because she could see herself using ShopShare. She likes to go in and actually really look at and help people use what they've already got in their wardrobe. But she said when she comes away from a wardrobe consultation like that, there's always a couple of pieces missing, a couple of pieces that can then transform that wardrobe. And she was like, wow, now I can just come back from that and just send a ShopShare video with those gap pieces,
Totally.
and that's what's
a gap in it. Yeah.
It's really great for, or, you know, maybe you go on, you know, hopefully we'll get back in the shops and properly again, and you might have a seasonal wardrobe shop in store with a client once every season, but then there's always going to be bits and pieces they need throughout the season. It's just a really nice way to touch base with them in a personalized way where they can see you and connect with you, and, you know, you're engaging with them rather than just sending an email.
Absolutely. And the other opportunity for stylists and image experts when they're using shoppable video content is that you can finally service a global client base. So there are a lot of stylists that I've spoken to recently that are in smaller towns where they've either exhausted the opportunity for clients, or the population is too small for them to really scale that business. So you have to be able to offer virtual styling and image services, and you need the right tools to be able to offer that seamlessly. So having a virtual experience where you're hand-holding the client through the threshold of physical stores, but rather now online, means that you can conduct exactly the same experience in an easy, quick, user-friendly way that the client will also love, and that client could be halfway across the globe.
That's right, and that is the beauty of it, you know, and that's where I think, that's where tech is so amazing. You know, it's like now you can work with people, you know, all over the world in so many different capacities through technology, and it is incredible. Yeah, and look, I think things like shoppable mood boards and things have their place, but when a client's actually, you know, wanting their handheld and they want, you know, to make a purchase, a lot of people need that reassurance. And, you know, needing reassurance before you make a purchase is part of being a human, really. It's such a normal thing. And so, you know, I think what the ShopShare videos enable stylists to do is to give that reassurance, which means that, you know, there and then the client can feel confident purchasing.
Yeah, another thing that I think would be really great for ShopShare TV, I don't know about you, but every single one of us have some sort of voucher or credit note. We online shop, we return things, and then you've potentially got a credit for an online store and you just don't know how to spend it. So for me, I've always been like, I wish I could just get a stylist to tell me, okay, well, you've got, you know, some odd figure like $73.60 or something random, you know, what are the pieces that you'd recommend? There's just a lot of different ways that you can start to craft services that you can offer as a virtual service to a global client base using that type of video tech, which enables you to take the client through the individual stores. So I'm excited. I've been seeing a lot of clients starting to use the tool itself. We spoke with Annika earlier on. I know Annika is a pioneer of the software in terms of a user. She's created.
Yeah, she really is. Yeah, she's amazing.
And we mentioned she has created her own subscription service. So that's content that she's using, that she's creating with ShopShare TV on a monthly basis for her subscribers. And what I've found...
She's just actually, I'm just going to butt in, she's actually just launched last week another brand new service using ShopShare, customised shopping videos. And she's charging for a 20-minute video, a 40-minute and a 60-minute. And I just think that's just gold, because, you know, you put these videos together and they might, you know, they take time, you know, you're putting time and effort into, you know, sourcing these products for someone, and it's a small amount to pay to get a tailored custom video into your inbox from a stylist. Yeah.
It's very, very interesting, the opportunities. I think there's just been none for such a long time. Everyone's been going about in a traditional sense. And then all of a sudden tools like this come. I mean, how long have you been working on ShopShare for? I say it's come out all of a sudden, but it hasn't. You've been
yeah,
around.
No, it hasn't. I mean, all of last year we were really beta testing it, I'll be honest, and really finding out who our, you know, main user group, because obviously it's a tool that, you know, retailers and people can benefit from as well, because, you know, you're taking them on journeys throughout their stores. So, but yeah, the last year and a half. But look, the tech, we've been developing the tech over a number of years. The tech is definitely ahead of where we are in terms of our market presence, which is actually a good thing, because it's really strong, solid tech, and it's easy to use, and we're developing new features all the time. Yesterday we launched a feature where you can now download your video and it will be emailed to you as an MP4 file, so you can upload it to IGTV, which is a game changer.
Amazing.
And it was a request we've had from about 5 of our users. So that's another thing I'll point out. Anyone that signs up and becomes part of the ShopShare kind of community, like, we just welcome feedback. Like, we want to become a one-stop digital shop where we can offer, tools for every aspect of virtual styling. And we really want to support the community. I'm so passionate about the styling community. Kind of in my dreams was always wanting to be a stylist, and it's funny that I've ended up here. And people always used to say, are you a fashion stylist? I'm like, no, I'm not. I kind of, in another life maybe should have been, but I'm really passionate about it. And I look at industries like, I think 10 years ago, no one would have had a personal trainer, and now everyone's got a personal trainer. And I think the styling industry is really evolving, and I think virtually it's not as intimidating for a lot of people as going, I've got to go on a 4-hour shopping trip with someone. This is kind of going to draw in a whole new customer base, I think.
It definitely will. And one of the other reasons that it will is because when you can, as an image professional, when you consider your value ladder, the selection of services that you're offering and the various price points, this is a really great way of being able to provide a low-cost entry kind of trial service. Let's say a 20-minute shoppable video, personalized shoppable video, where the client who's never worked with you before doesn't have to outlay a lot of money, spend hours doing a lot of preparation and then meeting you in the shopping centre. It's a great way for you to introduce yourself to new clients and then build them up into more comprehensive services. And that's something that I think up until these tools has been quite difficult for image professionals who are either offering colour analysis, wardrobe edits, personal shopping and styling. All of a sudden now you're able to break up a lot of these styling components and package them up in these really interactive, engaging videos. From the client's perspective, regardless of how tech savvy they are, they just need to literally click play. There's nothing else they need to do. And then whatever they'd like to purchase, they just click on that product and they've purchased it. And it's a way of you being able to, as a stylist, provide your own personal expertise in a safe way. We're in Australia, as both of us are in Melbourne right now, in stage 4, which means we're not let out of our homes for more than an hour at a time. We're locked in our cages. So it's been a game changer for people who thought that potentially their image business was going to suffer irreversibly during COVID.
Yeah, and I'm speaking to a lot of stylists too that are now seeing the opportunity to scale their business, because so many stylists spend so much time on one client, or like you say, they go on this kind of, big shopping trip, whereas content can be really scalable. I mean, just like these membership bases, where you get people to sign up and they do just want, helpful content in their inbox. And, it's a great way to, monetize it at kind of larger level rather than,
completely. How many of us, every single one of us, I'm going to say, is shopping online, having a look at new products all the time. And so the shoppable video allows you to capitalize on that opportunity by creating some direction for consumers. So whilst they might be looking at various online stores in the evening when they're watching TV, or when they're on the bus or train going home, or whatever their downtime is, all of a sudden there's an opportunity for you to insert yourself into that experience and say, I'll create a video for you. What are you looking for? Maxi skirts or pink leather jackets? If you may, here's a video with 5 different versions at varying price points. You've picked brands that have all got an extensive size range, or here's a selection of 5 sustainable brands that have got a beautiful pair of black pants. You can create the most customized, personalized version of the video, but you're hitting people where they need the help, which is aimlessly wandering around the shopping carts of online stores.
Yeah, exactly. So aimlessly.
Aimlessly.
It's funny how impersonal online shopping is, and this is, our mission is really, honestly, and I won't go into it, but we're working another product for retailers, and both ShopShare and that product, it's about bringing the power of the personal touch and the human touch to online shopping, because basically the human touch is the most important component in the sales process. Yet
exactly.
It's completely missing online. Like it's bizarre almost that there's just no human interaction with the online shopping kind of experience. So, we're here to kind of help change that at some level.
It's a great opportunity also to prove to your audience or your client base why they're paying you for the expertise. I'll give you an example. In winter, I think it is particularly hard to shop online for knits because the quality of jumpers varies so much. You don't know if something that it's going to arrive and it's going to start sort of pilling immediately, or whether that cashmere sweater was worth investing in. So, as a stylist or an image expert, when you're navigating through the recommendations on the video, you have a chance to be able to talk them through the benefits of that garment, the quality, the fit, the make, any manufacturing processes, the care instructions. So you're reiterating the value and why they should pay you for that particular service. So just almost as content that you could share with your audience to build trust before they even purchase a service with you, this would be a really great tool.
Yeah, and actually that's where the shopping channel comes in to be a really great feature. So as we in the next month kind of really turn ShopShare into a dedicated kind of styling tool, your ShopShare TV channel will actually be your own your own link, URL link. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a private link with your name / ShopShare.tv. You can link it to your website. It's a dead end. It's your private dedicated shopping channel for your audience.
So lastly, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions that I know people will ask me. So I thought we'll just kind of finish with, some quick fire Q&As. How much does it cost to use the tool?
So at the moment, it's free to sign up and to apply to be a sharer and start using the platform. As we pivot into a dedicated styling tool, we're going to be adding new features. We will be introducing a subscription fee. There'll still be a free version of the tool, and the subscription fee will be a really small fee. There'll be a couple of different packages depending on how much you want to use this tool to kind of grow and expand your virtual business.
Amazing. And also, again, anyone located anywhere in the world can use ShopShare TV and earn commissions if the brands are part of the affiliate network.
Correct. And you can access the affiliates through your user menu. You can click on affiliates and see all the retailers that we're affiliated with and the associated commissions. There's a report you can access to see any sales, and we're really transparent. So any side of that you need more explanation on, just email us and we can explain how that all works and how the payments work.
Speaking of that, I'm one of the things that I've always enjoyed about your approach is you are genuinely happy to receive feedback and insights from the users, because it is a kind of evolving product. And I know you do one-on-one demos as the founder, you're the one doing one-on-one demos with each new user, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy. I do one-on-one demos all the time with stylists to talk them through it and make sure they understand all the features and benefits. And I'll be running a webinar soon too. So if you sign up, you can look out for that as well.
Perfect. What about currency? I think there will be a question about what happens if you've got a different, obviously located internationally, and your currency is different. Does that matter? Are you still able to be paid?
Yeah, no, you're still able to be paid. At the moment, one thing we are developing over the next 6 months is a really comprehensive automatic payment system, but that's not in place at the moment, so it's manual. So it will just be based on exchange rates at the time. And again, we're just really transparent about that. So we do require you to kind of get to $500 before we start paying out. So it just kind of builds up. And then, reward style and a lot of the blogger influence programs do exactly the same. There needs to be like a 3-month period before then the payments start kind of trickling through, because we have to allow for exchanges and returns and things like that.
That's a big point to remember. I think with any affiliate network, it's a small percentage per product, so it costs more to pay out if it's a low amount. But you also need to wait those periods for returns and exchanges, which can be for some brands up to 90 days. So I guess that's why viewing the affiliate payments is really more of a supplementary, dare I say, passive, not really, but passive source of income, because it comes sporadically.
Yeah, correct. But then once you've been doing it for a long time and it starts to roll over, then that's when it kicks in.
Then you've got momentum because you've been servicing lots of different clients.
Yeah, exactly. You've got something that builds up. And that's where I say, that's something that will just get, bigger and better for everyone.
Amazing, Em. Such a great tool. Well done for working so hard on it. And thank you so much for sharing all of the information with us today.
Oh, no, thanks for having me, Sarah. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, love. See you soon.
Okay, bye. Bye for now.
Bye.
See you.